Hmm. Hello, namaste. You are welcome in my business English class. Today I am going to tell you about professional emails. We frequently write emails, but we we forget to be professional. So how to compose a professional emails? There are few tips you have to learn. Let me start with the topic. Your topic must be clear enough. It might be long, but it must be clear enough. It must reflect the subject matter very clearly, or in other words, referentially. The topic alone should clarify what could be in the email. Do you understand it? Yes, okay. Uh, for example, if you inviting people to your meeting, you have to write the name of the meeting. The second board meeting of so and so company, okay, at the organization to be held on. You can write date also. Okay, this will uh, make clear. This will make clear to the reader that what is in the email, so he can't ignore it. You will understand the importance of your email right from the title, and it will be easier to search back in future as well. Okay, that's four. You must be careful and deft at designing title or subject of the email. Second, you have to whom you have to send the email. Generally, emails must be sent to one person, but you can give CC to the relevant persons. This will make sure that your email will be responded well, because there will be other people in the loop. Your boss may be, okay, or the boss or subordinate of the recipient. You can give CC, carbon copy, to the relevant people as well, not just the recipient alone. Formal emails or professional emails must be sent to all the relevant people. Okay, this is second point to note. Now I'm going to the third, how to write address in professional email. If you know the name, you can write Dear Purasini, just surname, Dear Magar, anything, just surname. Or if you don't know the name, then write Dear Sir or Madam. If you don't know whether the recipient is male or female, you can write Dear Sir or Madam. Okay, this is your address. This is third point. Now I am going to tell you the fourth point that is very, very important. You have to structure your email. Email is just like a letter or an essay. You have to structure it into parts. Okay, and one idea in one paragraph in the email. You must be direct and clear. Direct means polite, but you have to say the thing clearly, clear, concise, and comprehensive. You should not leave any details that is needed to understand the matter well. For example, I am writing, you have to first paragraph of the email should be about the purpose of your writing. So we generally write, I am writing to you to, then you have to state your purpose. To invite you, to inform you that we are going to hold this and this seminar on this and this date, whatever. I hope. Then after you write the purpose, then organize the details. Okay. Then in the second and third paragraphs, you have to work out the details of the meetings, where it will be held, when it will be held, who will participate in it, like those things you have to write in subsequent paragraphs. Okay, then at the end of the paragraph, what you want what you want to do the recipient, you have to state that. For example, I am looking forward to receiving your confirmation uh, soon. Okay, you can write that way, or you can say uh, you I would like to request you to send that and that details to me at, within a week. Okay, you have to, what response you want to get from the respondent, you have to clearly mention at the end of the paragraph, at the end of the email. Okay, then never forget to proofread your email. By proofreading, I mean that not just checking spelling and grammar, but also check whether it is appropriate and polite, and whether it clearly articulates want what you want to what you want your respondent to understand, whether it is understandable or not by the third party, by the reader. You had to proofread for that purpose as well. After proofreading of the email, then finally you have to put your uh, closing address, best regards, warm regards, or yours sincerely if you are quite familiar and the respondent is respectful. And you have to also mention your phone number, alternative contact medium, like phone number or your email or your contact address. Okay, at the end of the email. If you take care of these things, your emails will be professional. Uh, Depending upon the subject matter, the structure of the emails differs. You have to be careful about that. An email is faster than writing letters, stamping, and registering so many things, which will be lengthy, and delivering through the post office, that is also lengthy. So it is a speedy way of communication. And in business, emails are very, very important. So you have to remember 5C: concise, comprehensive, complete, correct, and courteous. Okay, courteous means polite. You have to you have to always remember these 5 C's when you write your formal email. Your address, email address upon the top must be correct. Either you are frequently sending it, that's okay. If you are not frequently sending it to that address, you have to confirm through your phone whether the email is received or not. Or you have to write at the end of the email, please confirm the receipt of this email. That will also make sure that your email is received by the recipient. And your alt number or contact details at the end of your email will also let the recipient write that if there is anything unclear, please feel free to contact. Okay, that will make them comfortable with the email, and if they have any misunderstanding or the difficulty to understand what you have written, then they can contact you and find the response. So professional email writing is important both in governmental and non-governmental as well as business sectors. Writing professional email is a skill. We take it for granted, but we make a number of mistakes while doing it. Sometimes we write in haste and make grammatical mistakes, make spelling mistakes. We don't write the email address correctly, and that emails will fail. We don't write the topic, subject matter clearly in length. Then what happens? It might be ignored by the recipient, not understanding the gravity of the matter. So subject must be adequately long enough to make it clear that what is being talked about in the email. In informal email, we just write hello or good morning like this. Subject will be very informal. But in business writing, the topic alone suggests that what you are going to tell in the email. Okay, and it must be formal, polite. I say 5 C's: complete, correct, comprehensive, courteous, concise. Sometimes people confuse between comprehensive and concise. Comprehensive means the details that have to be inserted should not be left out, and concise means the details that are not needed should not be included in the email. They are just opposite ideas, but they fit while writing the professional email. And your English must be generally don't write roundabout language. Okay, just write straightforward and in active voice or in reported speech. Okay, but don't write in passive sentences may not be clear at certain instances. So your English and your vocabulary must be formal. Okay, having the defined meaning. For example, meeting should not be termed interaction, seminar should not be termed conference. Okay, it should be exact. So you have to be careful with your terminologies in professional emails. while writing professional emails. Basanta Limbu, nice. Okay, okay. Please like my live. So, professional email writing. For professional email writing, nowadays you can seek many examples from the websites or the Google search. Just practice. Don't take it for granted. I have seen many emails which are faulty, which don't communicate clearly, which commit spelling and grammar errors. Okay. No feedback loop ensured. Okay. So emails is simple, but you have to structure it. One idea in one paragraph. Many people don't know. Should we write? Why should we write several paragraphs in email? And many people also don't know why the subject should be so long enough, covering every aspect of uh, the email. But in professional email, you have to do it. And some people becomes unnecessarily informal. That is also error. Informality invites misunderstanding in formal writing, in professional settings. So your email must be essentially formal. Now I talked about what should be inside the email, but context. Every email has context in which it is written. You have to be aware of that. What emails were written earlier, what communications were made earlier. You have to write in that context. And what information need to be given and what information need not be given should be determined based on earlier communications. What is the shared information between you and the recipient? That is very, very important. Not understanding this, people often make mistakes by assuming that the recipient must know this enough. No, if you have communicated earlier, it's okay. Otherwise, you have to mention that detail. And many people also make the mistakes of not clearly mentioning what he wants the recipient to do. That is very, very important. Always dedicate last one or two paragraphs for writing expectations from the recipient. That is very, very important. If possible, with definite time period, next week, soon, as soon as possible. And what should be done? Okay, confirmation, participation in the meeting, or getting information. What you want from the recipient, it must be clearly stated at the end of the email. And your position, you have to write your position. For example, if you are officer, public relations officers, you have to write that. Okay. Position, your name, contact address, and your name of your institutions. These are compulsory. If you don't write these things, you are not writing a professional email. So today is my business English. Let me teach you some useful expressions that you can write in your professional email. I would appreciate if you could reply me within 1 week. Okay. I would appreciate if you could. That is very polite. Right? I hope that this message finds you well. Okay, that can be written at the beginning. I am writing to you to inform that to request you to participate in the, okay, like that. And if you have to mention earlier information with reference to the letter dated, with reference to the email dated concerning this and this matter, okay, you can write that way. For example, if it is about the business meeting, the agenda of the meeting have been attached herewith. Okay. Documents attached, I told. You have to mention what documents you have attached in the email. That is also very, very important. So professional email writing have a number of dimensions you have to be aware of. It is faster, easier, but if you fail to be professional, it will not serve your purpose. Never write, never be emotional. Don't be emotional while writing emails, because informal communications, emotions should be moderate. Okay, it should be moderated. Even if you have dissatisfaction, yeah, you can express it in a very polite way. Okay. What will you do if you don't get the expected response within a stipulated time? Your future course of action you can write, but don't show anger, hatred, unnecessary emotional expressions. Email or professional email is a communication in a sequence. So what preceded and what will follow should also define your email. Okay. So professional email writing is easy, but not so easy. So don't take it for granted. You have to learn it. You have to practice it. You have to see professional business emails for your kind learning. You can also acknowledge in your email, for example, what has been done well before while asking the next step action. We acknowledge, we appreciate your speedy response with regard to the preparation of the report, but we still want you some further information, like that. You have to acknowledge what is already done. Okay. So professional email is a communication in sequence. It is not an island communication. What I say is so simple while listening, but many people make mistakes. So so give attention to what I said and practice them. Only practice makes man perfect. I would continue to teach you business communication. This is my first chapter today. Follow me and you will continue to learn it. I'll come up with some vocabulary and expressions as well next time. Today is the first day, so I think this is enough. Who, if anyone is interested in my business English class, uh, it will be after 9 p.m. Okay, you can join me. Just subscribe me and you will be notified of the live, so that you can learn, improve your business communication, business English. And today this is enough. Thank you for watching.